السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة الوسيلة والفضيلة الحمد لله، نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه، ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد، ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وخليله. عباد الله، أوصيكم بتقوى الله وطاعته وكثرة مخافته ولزوم أوامره، فإن التقوى شعار المؤمنين ودثار المتقين، ووصية الله تعالى في وفيكم أجمعين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة في الدين ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Brothers and sisters in Islam, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam on this earth, He created a partner with Adam. خلق منها زوجها. And having a partner with the man, male and female, there are many wisdoms behind this. Among those, that human being can continue for development and nestle increasing on this earth, how human being can expand in their population. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have been able to do it based on the man only. But He did it in two, to specify also the parts of two sides. Now, when the husband and wife are there, the children will come out. And then children of children, and so on and so forth. So, in other words, there is a major big tree from the one root all the way up to now. Allah knows how many sub-branches came out and all the way up to Adam. And this is need management. This need handling. Like in the layer that we are in, each of us, if you look at your sibling sides, you might have brother or sister, or you don't. But you have a father, and the father has a brother or sister, and so on. So if you look at it, it's really each of us has a tree of relations, of families around this. And based on this relation, there is nothing physically to show. Give you an example. If you have, say, your wife had a new baby, and you go to the hospital, you couldn't make it to go with her, and you went there. And then she's at the recovery room, and they took the kid to other room, which are all of the babies are there. And then you will ask the nurse, which one is my baby? Which one is mine? At this point, you see 20 kids, 20 babies in the line. Your heart will not be related to any of those. And anytime you look at someone, it's like sending a signal, this is the one, maybe not. This is the one, this is not. So heart has any connection there. The time nurse comes and will grab one of them, it says, this is your child. Automatically, as if something spiritually here inside will come out and then will be connected to that. Even if that person, that child was, even the nurse will made a mistake. The point is, the relations that it comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way He created human being, having that relationship will establish automatically the kindness and the kinship between these families. But the part is in the Quran, if you look at it, and in our life as well, because we believe we have options to select a path in our life. Now, as long as the relation of the family is still there, you can't disconnect it. There is no way that to say, this is my brother, cannot be my brother anymore. Or this is my son, cannot be my son. It will stay like that. But the part which is now, it confuses and it conflicts among the people, is matter of the belief. The path that you follow. The path what you want. And the child person could be atheist. He wanted the child to be like him, but the child is taken to follow the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And vice versa could be opposite. Or the child cannot follow the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fully as the parent wants it. And these type of the structure, Quran goes to them and get them. And having those combination, a father with the son, father with the husband with the wife, son with the father, and so on and so forth, all models are there, in a good and in a bad. So that we are human. if you make a survey here, each of us is different. Each of us situation, any problems that we face in our life are different. There is no way 100% we will be compatible, we will all have the same issue, up to a specific point. In general, we might say, okay, all of us, we have, as a community, we have that major issue. But it comes down to the individual that we are different. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an example of a father when he's bad and a son is good. Matter of the Ibrahim in Surah Maryam. And having that story there, so that really the wisdom, the story is not a story. It's just one debate. It's a debate between a father and son. And Quran goes, and certain events happen, like people could say one that year happened, Quran is not going to those. Quran is getting to really to the core of the subject. What is important? Doesn't matter. That discussion happened in Egypt, that discussion happened in Kurdistan, that discussion happened in Palestine, in anywhere. Quran won't go there. Quran knows, tell you what exactly happened, and that discussion, when you hear it, as if you are in the same time that Ibrahim in the other room is doing that discussion. That's the way Quran does, so that it will refresh itself all the time. It won't be outdated. So Ibrahim is sitting, I mean, the scholars, they have different opinions, his father or his uncle. Let's go with that, his father, for the sake of the khutbah. Here, Ibrahim is sitting with the father. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided this boy, and he selected him, this man, as a prophet, and sent him a message. The father is in the other side of the world. That what he does, his business is making idols. Making idols to people to worship that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this prophet inside that family to be the rescuer, to be the savior of humanity, and save them and guide them to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now he's experimenting the discussion with him, because as if he's like fresh starting. Let me start with my father first. In his understanding, it could be easy discussion to go, because this boy grew up with this man. He all has good characters, good manners. Ibrahim, by himself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so many nicknames he gave him in the Quran and titles. La halimun awwahum munib. Imagine these words that Allah uses them toward Ibrahim. Kana ummah by himself, a nation by himself. Therefore, he knows how to interact with the people. He doesn't go just jump to the conclusion. One of the prophets, Quran is mentioning him, and he's a very, very reasonable person, is Ibrahim. And when he says, وَاذْكُرْ فِي الْكِتَابِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صَدِّيقًا نَبِيًّا. Siddiq, it comes from the sidq, the truthful, صيغة المبالغة. So in this title he's giving them very straightforward. He's not the man of you tell him if X, Y comes to him and tell him something, he nods his head, he says, you are right. The other person comes, he does the same. The other person comes, he does the same. That's not the man of the truth. The man of the truth, when you believe in something, you stood up for what you believe in. You have to defend it and be able to arm yourself in a way with the proofs and education of your path to be able to present it and not just nod your head for everything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him this title, Siddiq al-Nabiyya. Now, he understands he's human, and this path is hard for a person that he grew up with this. He's not changing someone is coming from in 24 hours. Therefore, he doesn't go to him to tell him what you are doing is wrong. And every step Ibrahim is using with his father, wallahi, you could use it toward in other direction, because nowadays it's not the same day as the old days. People, the father will have an upper hand and the son has lower, and the children has the lower. You always tell them or even threaten them. Whatever people were doing, it is not that anymore. Now you are praying your child to be with you and talk to you, to be in the level to accept you as your friend. That's a reality. All of us facing it. So in this case, therefore, the story you could reflect it back, in fact, it will be valid even for our life in other direction. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is narrating that Ibrahim is now standing with his father. And he's telling him, Ya abati. Ya abati, in Arabic, normally people use Ya abi. He calls Abi. But here, the abati, it came added the ta to it, to add more softness and merciful. And when you combine those two words, as if that father is combining the motherhood and the fatherhood and joining them together. It's so strong word to be used between the son toward the father. The highest respect toward that. And he knows he's an idol worshiper. He's selling idols for people to worship what he's following and preaching about it. Ya abati, lima ta'budu ma la yasma'u wa la yubsiru wa la yughni anka shay'a. And this is not rhetorical question. Very reasonable question, directly to the point he's telling him. Oh, daddy, daddy, if you take it in English, okay, dad is a little bit rough. Daddy, many of you, if you have a daughter, when calling you with daddy, you want to give the wallet to her. So it is that way that he tries to open the connection with him. But we will see at the end how he's responding, how he's opening the heart toward this boy. Why are you worshiping something can't hear, can't see, can't benefit you, and you worship that? Why are you doing that? وَلَا يُغْنِي عَنْكَ شَيْئًا. It's not benefiting you anything. Let's be what you get out of this. As if he's looking, if you answer me, I will follow you. If you answer me with this way that you convince me, because the discussion, when you ask a question, as if you don't know the answer. You are looking to learn, why are you doing this? And if he can't convince you, the path you are following this deen, if anyone comes convince you other than this path is the truth, wallahi, why are you following something if you don't believe in? If you feel something is better than this, you should follow that one. But wallahi, there is no truth beside this. So at this point, he told him this, and he gave him that very soft message. And the next step that he continues on the discussion. So the way he does, he softened it and he hardened it. He softened it so that he will go with the rhythm. Normally nowadays what we do, we start with a soft discussion with the child, and then the point when we start to hit the point, then we scream. The curve will go up, we never come down. And then at the end he will run away, you go away, and then everything will be ended. So the matter of Ibrahim is keeping that control of the way he discussed it, of the discussion. So, Ya abati lima ta'budu ma la yasma'u wa la yubsiru wa la yughni anka shay'a. At this matter, at this point, the second part, when it comes to part, he gave him, and now he's taking the part that this father, not to misunderstand that I am better than you. Ya abati inni qad ja'ani min al-ilm. This matter, I'm not wallahi smarter than you to say that. This is, I have, because of my status, I have a different channels. Allah, the one who gave me this knowledge, that's where I am better. In a way, no more. قد جاءني من العلم ما لم يأتك. It did not come to you. فاتبعني أهدك صراطا سويا. Let's follow me, and together, سويا, we all, both of us, and we will be on the right path. We will take this right path, both of us. So he's trying to share what is he following with the others as well, to get for him also to follow. I'm not doing this, I'm better than you, to challenge you. No, I am trying to, what knowledge has been given to me, to give it to you as a father. Now it goes back to the core. يا أبت لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا. This was the first statement. He would have done it at the beginning. But if he would have said it at the beginning, لا تعبد الشيطان, because at the end of the day, the idols are nothing. The idols are tools, means of shaitan. That's what shaitan is using in them. Otherwise, the idol by itself, this wall, will not come to up and to say, for two human beings, worship me. But the thought is, it comes here, it says that this is your Lord, worship this. This is your Lord. Look at the cow, look at the mice, look at any type of things, it says, this is your Lord. And imagine this intellect will come down to that level and says, that's right, you are the Lord. You can't imagine this. But this is the way it happened with the shaitan. It deceives it. It makes you to see that as if that's 100% is truth. Therefore, when he gives them the answer, لا تعبد الشيطان. Do not worship shaitan. It means do not follow what shaitan is whispering. Do not follow what shaitan is telling you that this is the path that you should follow. إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا. Now he's trying to soften it back again. يا أبتي إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب من الرحمن فتكون للشيطان وليا. Mas in Arabic is a soft, like touch two things. I don't want you, even a hellfire, piece of fire to touch you, even simple part of it even. At that much I care about you. عذاب من الرحمن فتكون للشيطان وليا. To share that punishment with the shaitan. Because he will be under the pressure of the fire, and you will be in the same level. So brothers and sisters, in matter of communication, like if you look at this story, how you come down, you bring yourself with your children, the same level, and the soften and the harden, how you make the balance. And maybe some of us was late in guiding the older kid. Does not mean that you have to give up for all of them, all the way down the one who is 6 years old. There is no excuse to do that. So if you have done to the first one, and normally, in general, I don't want to say 80%, 90%, but 50, let's put 60%, people with the first child, we don't do right. And it's a matter of the experience, matter of not knowing the mentality of the child, matter of we think automatically things will go right. If I pray, he will pray. We just let it go. We don't do that for business in our life. Don't go to work, they will fire you. Don't go to work if you have a business, nobody will come. If you shut down the store, who will come and buy from you? Nobody. But for the kids, we don't do that. So people, if you have had issue with the first one, you should not let the others to follow the same footstep. And you need to catch up with the rest. I'll finish it in the second khutbah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من عمل صالحا فلنفسه ومن أساء فعليها وما ربك بظلام للعبيد توجهوا إلى الله بالدعاء. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. Brothers and sisters in Islam, so at this part he gave him his part of the discussion, very soft, very any person reads and listens to this discussion, there is no any harshness in it. The last part of it especially, the most soft. I don't want you to be hurt by any ways. Now, the matter of for him was Ya Abati. The point is here, for the father or the son, if you will be any of those that you are sitting in this gathering, you have to always keep that respect and keep that matter of even the other side is not responding in a proper way. You should not go away, turn away in the right path. Doesn't matter the other side how it does. Now the father is coming back. Ya Ibrahim. First, he didn't say Ya Bunayya. He didn't say Oh son. Now he's pumped up with all of those things that he's not even listening. He's matter collecting stuff. How come this boy comes up? All my business is in selling idols. Now he's coming up with this stuff that I lose what I am doing. Ya Ibrahim. And at this point, أراغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم. Straight, in fact, the verse goes that in the rejection, أراغب. In Arabic, رغب, it means tend, love to something. But it depends on the harf al-jar, the conjunction word comes after that. If رغب إلى, that will be to love something. But رغب عن, it will turn away. When it uses عن, it means turn away. راغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم. Are you turning away yourself from my lords, O Ibrahim? لئن لم تنتهي لأرجمنك. Imagine this. If you don't end this, I will stone you. لأرجمنك is full of assurance, توكيد in Arabic. To use that, I will kill you. واهجرني مليا. Get away from me. Leave. It's like taking him out as he committed something very, very bad. And it's a normal discussion he does with him. Therefore, brothers and sisters, evil side. So sometimes if you reflect the point is, you might expect this discussion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not bring this verse here in the Quran just to recite it. Quran came to follow. Quran came to be understood and to apply it. If you get a model like that, to use it. So you might hit those type of situations at some certain times, with son, with brother, with sister, with any relative that around you. That's why Quran is give you the treatments. Quran give you the medicine that how to deal with this. أراغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم لئن لم تنتهي لأرجمنك وهجرني مليا. Now this is the threat of death here. It deserves to call 911 on it. قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Just take, how you could say nowadays, take it easy. Take it easy. سأستغفر لك ربي. I ask for forgiveness and istighfar here for guidance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Istighfar is not for the believer, to somebody like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him because he's a non-believer. We don't do that. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Tawbah says, إن تستغفر لهم أو لا تستغفر لهم لا يغفر الله لهم. If the person is not a believer, it doesn't matter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells to his prophet, if you make istighfar, do not make istighfar, doesn't matter, Allah will not forgive them. But the matter here is the worry about him. He's his father. For him, that istighfar is to be guided to this path. إنه كان بي حفيا. He's protecting me. And وأعتزلكم وما تدعون من دون الله. At this point, I will isolate myself for what you are calling beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to it. I'm not following that path. I know you are my father, to respect you, I will do. وصاحبهما في الدنيا معروفة. But this is the part I have to isolate. I cannot do, become and sit beside you and worship a stone. And worship something beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وأعتزلكم وما تدعون من دون الله. وأدعو ربي عسى ألا أكون بدعاء ربي شقيا. فلما اعتزلهم وما يعبدون من دون الله وهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب وكلا جعلنا نبيا. At this point, when it comes to the path, when the other side will draw a line between you and him, then you draw a line of the aqidah. You don't come down to say, okay, I agree with you. I mean, if you are, I don't know, whatever you do, I will do with you, share it with you. There is no sharing in the belief. But in the sharing of the part of the support of this life, that exists. You can't separate father from the son anyway and by any means. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, matter of this dialogue and debate and even argument, sometimes that's what we do sometimes with the kids, is really important to consider it. How you need to initiate the discussion, and how, if it goes wrong, where you pull it back and put it in the path. That's one. Second, if it didn't go the first time, you're asking your daughter, say, for hijab. She's not doing it. The second, you should not give up. You know that there is a fard in this book. It says that it's a fard. And you can't just let it go and to be like that. One day she will do it. That's not the path that we should do it. For the boy, the same. And if you never tell the boy, pray, and then you say automatically, no, he will see me, and he does it. It won't work that way. So the matter is to strive for that. That's where the strive is, the jihad of it, in a way to convince. Try different ways, different styles, different parts to make her mind or his mind close to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the command of Lord. This is not mine. This is إِنِّي قَدْ جَاءَنِي مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَمْ يَأْتِكَ. And I read it, and if you want, we could read it together. to see it's not from me. You believe in Allah, then you have to follow, and up to the point that He's needed to be there. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us to follow the footsteps of those prophets and good people who went before us, inshallah. Before I call for the iqamah, so we have a project which is not a big project, but inshallah we will expect that the amount to be collected. We are in the back building, really all the way up to the side. During the night, we see, because of having that club there, some people goes there and use the empty bottles of alcoholic and stuff. So we decided to make the fence around it. So, and we'll have a gate from the other side, and back, all the way back, will be around 400 feet of fences. It costs about $12,000. I don't normally do fundraising, but you need to really push yourself as much as you could. Write a check, credit card is there, that we need to collect that money, inshallah, and be part of this. You protect the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't let it go without spending something for that project, inshallah. وصلوا وسلموا على نبيكم مثال لقوله تبارك وتعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا واجعل الحياة زيادة عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله. Lead the prayer. Well, I don't know what happened.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا